Hello. So I have created a advanced to do task. Uh, so Firstly, I've added a user authentication where user can sign in, log in, and create his account, and user can also log in. And if user want to create account, user can create here. I have added additional check in the front end where user can check it's a valid email or not, and if it's a valid email, user can register, and if it's isn't a valid email address, user can't register, and user can also log out and log in here. And if user is created, assume this email ID is already existing in the database, so it will throw an additional that it will throw a error like user already exists. So it is also a additional uh, error handling from the backend. And if you want to log in, you can also log in here. uh, so if you type a wrong password, you will get the invalid credential error from the backend. And if you will add a correct password, you can log in. Okay. So initially, if user entered to the new user entered to this dashboard, so user can see that there is a blank Kanban board here, and here you can add all the tasks and perform all the operations. Here you can see all the analytics related to your task is reflected here, and in here you can change your name also. If you want to change your name from Avinash to new user, it is also reflected in the backend and update it your name, and you can see your name is coming here. And if you want to change your password, you can do it. So, and now coming to the board part, and by default the filtration, I have also added a filtration check here. So you can also filter according to the task created from for today, for this week, or all tasks created in this month. By default it is set in this week. And from here you can create a new task. If you create in the plus button, you can create a new task here. And I have added additional check all here also. You can see until unless everything is filled properly here, then only the save button is enabled. Unless it's disabled, you can select your priorities from here: high priority, low priority of your task, if you want to select. And it is a mandatory thing, you have to select this. And here you can write what task you want to do. Let's say task 1, uh, task task 2, and here you can add n numbers of tasks as you want, and you can also remove. And you can see here dynamically it's reflecting here also. If you're removing here number of tasks, it's showing 0 out of 2. If I check any one of the tasks, it's saying checked checklist 1 out of 2. If I check both, 2 out of 2. And you can add also a uh, task 3. And you can see here save button is enabled. If I create a new task and it is empty, then you can see save is disabled here. So it is also an additional check. And I have added the due select due date feature also. It is optional, you can, if you want you can select, if you don't want you cannot. And the day prior today is disabled, and after today you can select any date from today. And after today you can select any date. For example, I am selecting 17th, and if I do, you can see your task is initially it will reflect in your to do list. And you can create another task selecting the priorities, and let's and you can save. The another task is saved. You can play around this in the way you can change from to do to backlog, from backlog to progress, from progress to done. If it goes to done, it the date automatically turns to the green. And I have also added this collab feature, collab all feature, as you can see here. Let me As you can see, this collab all feature is working like this. If I click here, see, if all the tasks things are opened, and it will do like this. So that's it in the front end. Coming to the codes part, you can see I have used React.js to create this UI. I have used context API to do state management, and Here I have used the route functionalities to route between the components, and I have also used protected route to check if a user is logged in, and if it's authorized user, then only the user will have the access to the dashboard. I have written the promise logics here. If we have a JWT token, then only user can log in to the dashboard. So that's it in the front end code part. And now coming to the back end code, you can see I have a in backend I have server.js. It's an entry point for the requests that come, and here you can see there is two routes, one user route and one is for task routes. I have done the file segregation also here to uh, optimize the readability, and it's good for readability and debugging. And here you can see it's a user routes, user specific task, and everything's are performed here, and then it's pointing to the controller in the user controller where user related logics are written there. And also I have additionally add the bicrypt feature here to bicrypt the password, so so user will be able to create a password as it wants. It will be secure, it's hashed and salted to 10, and as you can see password in the backend is storing like this, so its password is encrypted, and it's also good for user experience, and in the point of view of security also it's good thing. And for task, you can see it's all the task related actions are performed in this controller and task controller, and you can see. So that's it for this project. So let me know your reviews, and let me share your experience also. Thank you.